Peter, welcome to our century. Did you know the defendant, Judas Iscariot?
Yes, I did.
How would you describe him?
Well, the best way to describe Judas is by what he did. And that is he betrayed the Son of God. And he caused him a lot of suffering on the cross.
Did Jesus ever say anything about the character of Judas?
Well, he said a lot of things about Judas. He said that Judas did not believe, that he was not all clean, and that he was a devil. Jesus also said that Judas would fulfill the scriptures. And on top of all this, I would add that he was a thief.
Did Jesus mention anything about forgiving Judas?
Not that I heard of. In fact, he said just the opposite.
What did Jesus say?
And he said, quote, "Woe to the one who betrays the Son of Man. It would have been better for that one not to have been born."
Are you absolutely certain that he was talking about Judas?
Without a doubt. Because Judas, being the coward that he was, tried to hide his actions. He turned to Jesus and asked, "Surely not I, Rabbi." And Jesus said, "You have said so."
When did this conversation take place, Peter?
It was at the Passover meal the night before Jesus was nailed to the cross.
For the court, please describe the events of that last supper.
It was a very still night, no breeze, and the paschal moon was very bright that night. We were all frightened. Every shadow, every bump in the room. Jesus was probably the most upset. He knew he was going to die. Very painful. We were all trying to reassure him, but it wasn't doing any good because we were just as scared. While we were eating, Jesus took a loaf of bread and told us all to share it and that it was his body. Then he took the cup of wine and he told us that it was his blood shed for us.
Then what happened?
At the time, I wasn't sure what was happening, but Jesus told Judas to leave and get over with it. And Judas left. With that fox out of the room, Jesus said a few more things about how we would someday sit on thrones beside him to judge the 12 tribes of Israel.
So, Jesus waited until Judas was out of the room to disclose this high honor?
Yes.
What happened next?
We went to the Mount of Olives for a while, then on to the Garden of Gethsemane.
So Judas waited to hand over Jesus until you were at the garden.
Yes, he knew there would be no one around to put up a fight.
Objection, Your Honor. The answer is sheer speculation. Request that the jury be instructed.
Your Honor, we're trying to establish the nature of the betrayal. These are documented facts.
Your Honor, who can document what goes on in someone else's mind? It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous? Who was she calling ridiculous?
I will have order here. Ms. Grace, your objection is overruled.
Please note my exception.
Exception noted. Proceed, Mr. Justice.
Thank you, Your Honor. Peter, did Jesus ever talk about an unforgivable sin?
Yes, he said that anyone who denies the Holy Spirit never has forgiveness because he has committed an eternal sin.
Then, since Jesus and the Holy Spirit are one God with the Father, would you say that denying Jesus is an eternal sin?
No, Judas denied the holy and righteous one, and his betrayal caused the author of life to die a horrible death on the cross. To deny Jesus is to deny true life. So to answer your question, I think that a denial of Jesus is a condemnation.
Thank you, Peter. No more questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Grace, your witness.
Peter, are you in heaven?
Objection, Your Honor.
Your Honor, what is the counselor's problem?
The question is, where are you going with this line of questioning?
Your Honor, I'm entitled to know, and it would be most beneficial for the court to know the basis of Mr. Justice's objection. However, out of respect, I will show the court that I have a very relevant road to travel here.
Yes, let's just hope it is not a dead-end road.
Watch yourself, Mr. Justice. I'll overrule the objection, but Ms. Grace, keep the road short.
Thank you, Your Honor. Again, Peter, are you in heaven?
I am with Jesus.
That's interesting, because according to your testimony, you should be in a very, very warm place. You implied that anyone who denies Jesus has no forgiveness. And yet, you denied Jesus, how many times was it? 3 times, I believe, did you not?
Well, it wasn't the same thing.
Oh, no? When you did it, you even cursed, did you not? When you were at the high priest's house, warming yourself nice and cozy by the fire while Jesus was about to die, and you yourself were being accused, did you not say, I tell you, I don't know that blankety blank man?
I tell you, it wasn't the same as Judas.
Careful now, Peter. The cock is about to crow again. Do you remember the sound of that rooster crowing? Do you remember how you denied Jesus?
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes, I felt so ashamed.
It's okay. We all deny Jesus in one way or another, don't we? But did you not write these words? Christ bore our sins in his body on the cross. By his wounds, you have been healed.
But Judas crucified him for 30 pieces of silver.
How do you think Jesus felt when you denied him? Don't you think every word from your mouth that night in the courtyard put a nail right through his heart? Isn't it true that we all crucified Jesus?
When Jesus warned me that night, he said that Satan wanted me, but that he would pray for me.
Peter, doesn't Satan want all of us? No more questions, John.
Care to redirect, Mr. Justice?
Yes, Your Honor. You sinned that night in the courtyard. Did you ask God for forgiveness?
With all my heart.
So, what would you say was the difference between your denial and that of Judas?
I asked for forgiveness and waited, and I kept strong in the faith.
No more questions, Your Honor.
The witness may step down. Mr. Justice, the prosecution's next witness.
Your Honor, if it pleases the court, the prosecution calls the young boy to the witness stand.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth?
In the Gospel of Mark, you are known simply as the young boy, are you not?
Yes, sir.
Why does Mark talk about you in his Gospel?
I was there when they arrested Jesus. I saw the entire thing.
Why were you there that night?
Well, sometimes I like to go to the garden and listen to Jesus. I knew he would be there.
Would you tell us what you saw that night?
Jesus was praying pretty hard, and he asked the disciples to stay awake with him, but they kept on falling asleep. They saw these lights coming, a whole bunch of them, like little stars moving across the land. I wasn't really sure what was going on, but Jesus knew. He said it was time, and I got really scared.
Did you get a good look at the crowd?
Yes, sir. It was a big crowd. There were Roman soldiers and officers of the Jewish temple police.
Were they armed?
Yes, sir. They had clubs and swords. It was really scary.
Then what happened?
Well, I'm pretty sure that Judas was out in front of the crowd because he ran up to Jesus and said, "Hello, teacher." Then Judas kissed him on the cheek. That's when a whole lot of them jumped on Jesus.
Then what happened?
Then I heard Judas yell, "Better take him under guard." So then they tied Jesus' hands.
Did any of the disciples fight for Jesus?
Yes, sir. Peter did. Peter drew out his sword and swung it and cut off someone's ear. I think it was the high priest's slave Malchus.
What happened next?
Well, sir, I couldn't say for sure, but I think Judas yelled at the guards to capture the disciples. All I know for sure was that the guards started coming after the disciples.
After you two?
Yes, sir. They went after us like madmen. We scattered like a bunch of ants. I almost didn't get away myself.
Why?
A guard grabbed my linen cloth, and I wrestled as hard as I could. I didn't want to die. The cloth came off me, and I ran away naked.
You're saying that all this started when Judas kissed Jesus.
Yes, sir. The kiss of betrayal.
Thank you, young man. No more questions.
Ms. Grace,
Your witness. You're doing a really fine job, young man. Are you nervous?
Yes, ma'am, a little.
Were you this nervous that night at the garden?
Even more than tonight.
Being that scared, did you really pay that much attention to the expression on Judas's face?
No, not really.
So Judas could have looked sorry, and you just didn't see it, right?
I guess so.
And after you ran away from Jesus, do you think he forgave you?
I think so. Jesus was very nice. Whenever we did something wrong, he forgave us.
Judas did something very wrong that night, did he not?
Yes, ma'am.
And Jesus forgave you that night, right?
Yes, ma'am. I believe it in my heart.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, young man. You may step down.
Your Honor, if it pleases the court, the prosecution calls Mary, mother of Jesus, to the witness stand.
Please raise your right hand. Please solemnly swear to tell the truth.
Mary, as the scriptures proclaim, you are to be called blessed because you are the mother of Jesus, our Lord. This blessing is quite an honor. You must have been very happy.
I was honored, but I've discovered that being blessed doesn't always mean happiness.
Can you tell us more about that?
I wasn't very happy to see my son hanging on the cross. When they drove nails in his body, they may have well as driven them into my heart.
I know this will be difficult for you, but for the court, please describe the events of Jesus' death.
After Judas betrayed him, they tried him before a mock court of the Sanhedrin. Then they handed him over to Pilate. Then they dragged him before the festival. And I thought he would be released, but the crowd kept shouting. Crucify him, crucify him.
During all this, did you ever see Judas around?
No, he was nowhere.
After the crowd yelled, "Crucify him," what happened then?
Then they took Jesus. They stripped him of his clothes, and they put on an old purple cloak from Pilate's court. They took and put on a crown made of briar thorns. He was bleeding down his face. After they made fun of Jesus, they beat him and made him carry his cross. When they got to the hill along the road, they drove nails into his hands and feet. I've never heard him scream like that before. It took 3 men to hold him down.
Then what happened?
I didn't pay attention to the details. I watched my son die, painfully and slowly, and without a shred of dignity. When they let him down, I cradled his lifeless body until they had to pull me away.
And you said that Judas Iscariot was not around.
No, he was nowhere to be found.
Thank you, Mary. No more questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Grace, your witness.
Mary, please forgive me, but while Jesus was on the cross and enduring so much pain, did he attempt to save himself?
No, he never did.
But we heard testimony tonight that others tried to save their own skin. The disciples scattered, the young boy ran away, and even Peter denied that he knew Jesus. These folks all tried to save themselves. Why didn't Jesus save himself?
He lived and died to save others, not himself.
Mary, was Jesus the only one who was crucified that day?
No, there were 2 others.
Did Jesus talk to either of them while he was dying?
He talked to the man who ran.
What did he talk about?
The man said he was sorry for the things he had done, and that he was getting what he deserved, but that Jesus did not deserve to die, because he had done nothing wrong.
Did Jesus say anything to the man?
Jesus said, "Today you will be with me in paradise."
So Jesus forgave this man, this terrible sinner who deserved to die.
Yes.
Did Jesus say anything else that night about forgiveness?
Yes. When they first put him on the cross, Jesus said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do."
Thank you, Mary. No more questions, Your Honor.
Redirect, Your Honor. Mary, did Jesus forgive the man on his left?
No.
So, Jesus did not forgive everyone that night, did he?
No, he didn't.
No more questions. The prosecution rests.
Mary, you may sit down. The court will be in recess until next Sunday morning at 9 a.m. At that time, then the defense